Good morning, it's 7 a.m. Coming up on Brookland's fastest morning newscast. First, the debate was Thursday. Highlights and reaction. A Supreme Court ruling that could help those that participated in the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Doug Brimhall in court. What we know. And of course, a check at your forecast. Good day and thanks for joining me. I'm Jackson Mitchell. It's been a busy news week from the debate to Supreme Court rulings, but as always, let's begin first with a check at your forecast. Today, expect a partly cloudy forecast with a high of 95 and a low of 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Storms are expected with small hail. With that is expected to come some gusty winds, so prepare for that today. Turning now, though, to the race for president. Joe Biden and Donald Trump were on the debate stage Thursday. Here's the highlights. Donald Trump and Joe Biden hitting the debate stage, discussing key issues while still dodging a few questions. Immigration, one of those few issues. Listen in to what both candidates had to say.
Because we worked very hard to get a bipartisan agreement that not only changed all of that, it made sure that we are in a situation where you had no circumstance where they could come across the border with the number of border police there are now. I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office.
Look, we had the safest border in the history of our country. The border, all he had to do was leave it. All he had to do was leave it. He decided to open up our border, open up our country to people that are from prisons, people that are from mental institutions, insane asylum, terrorists. We have the largest number of terrorists coming into our country right now.
Another issue, abortion. Both candidates asked about what they support.
I supported Roe v. Wade, which had 3 trimesters. The first time is between the woman and the doctor. Second time is between the doctor and an extreme situation. The third time is between the doctor, between the woman and the state. The idea that the politicians, that the founders wanted the politicians to be the ones making decisions about women's health is ridiculous.
So that means he can take the life of the baby in the 9th month and even after birth, because some states, Democrat run, take it after birth. Again, the former governor of Virginia, put the baby down, then we decide what to do with it. So he's willing to, as we say, rip the baby out of the womb in the 9th month and kill the baby.
A big issue, again, the economy. On inflation, both candidates asked what they would do to stop it, as inflation remains higher under the Biden administration than it was under the Trump administration.
Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here. Let's begin the debate, and let's start with the issue that voters consistently say is their top concern, the economy.
I got to take a look at what I was left when I became president and what Mr. Trump left me. We had an economy that was in free fall. The pandemic was so badly handled. Many people were dying. All he said was, it's not that serious. Just inject a little bleach into your arm. We created 15,000 new jobs. We brought out the position where we have 800,000 new manufacturing jobs. But there's more to be done.
We had the greatest economy in the history of our country. We have never done so well. Everybody was amazed by it. Other countries were copying us. We got hit with COVID. And when we did, we spent the money necessary so we wouldn't end up in a Great Depression, the likes of which we had in 1929. We got a lot of credit for the economy, a lot of credit for the military, and no wars, and so many other things.
When asked about age, a very concerning issue for voters, they both dodged the question, really, and turned it somehow to golf handicaps.
But I took 2 cognitive tests. I took physical exams every year, and, we knock on wood wherever we may have wood, that I'm in very good health. I just won 2 club championships, not even senior, 2 regular club championships. To do that, you have to be quite smart, and you have to be able to hit the ball a long way, and I do it. He doesn't do it. He can't hit a ball 50 yards. He challenged me to a golf match. He can't hit a ball 50 yards.
You can see he is 6'5" and only 223 pounds, or 235 pounds.
Never said it was 6'5".
Well, you said 6'4", 200.
I never said
Well, anyway, anyway, just take a look at what he says he is and take a look at what he is. Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6.
Now, Democrats are reacting the day after the debate, saying that their candidate, Joe Biden, did not perform strongly as they wanted him to. A small group looking for another candidate. This comes as extreme concerns from his performance during that debate. One thing I am going to be watching for is what the polling looks like afterwards, seeing how Americans react to this debate. Again, such an interesting debate. Really going to be watching it all, though. And some breaking news coming in right now. White House officials are confirming that Biden will not be dropping out of the race, even though we were seeing some extreme concern come from Democrats. According to a reporter from the White House, the campaign, quote, has all options on the table, or at least did until we're learning that they are not at all dropping out. We are going to turn notice as the Supreme Court. The term is expected to come to an end on Monday with the ruling on Trump's immunity. On Friday, though, they made a ruling that would make it much more challenging to charge Capitol riot defendants with obstruction, a charge that's been commonly used against them, including Mr. Trump. The justices ruling 6-3 that the charge of obstructing an official proceeding must include proof that the defendants tried to tamper with or destroy documents. And Doug Brimhall, the circuit court judge-elect, appeared in court on Friday for an arraignment hearing. At this point in time, Brookland News does not know if Brimhall pled not guilty or guilty. Now visit brooklandnews.wordpress.com for the latest on that ongoing investigation that accuses Brimhall of being the suspect of a domestic incident. But that's going to do it for me on this version of Brookland's fastest morning newscast. Stay up to date by following our social media pages there on the bottom of your screen. And of course, by visiting brooklandnews.wordpress.com for the latest in news, weather, and so much more. Have a great day, everyone.